Like, why are you... Okay, it's just bugging out strangely. Again. It's 1 in the morning, I don't really expect too many people to be watching, but I'm going to give, like 7 minutes of time for people to filter in case they are. I realized after reports started filtering in that, oh, the cutscene bugs were with old cutscenes, so I'm safe to go forward. And I want to read the spoiler chats. I am a simple creature. I did the rest of... Oh, did I not set that to loop? Oops. I did the rest of the raids off camera because I realized while I was doing them that I absolutely would have needed to do that because my frame rate is tanked too hard to have actually completed them. I needed those like 5 extra frames per second I get by turning OBS off. For those who want my thoughts, overall, this continues to be like someone's love letter to wrestling just as much as it is them criticizing the sports and entertainment industries and like how they chew up and the plot beat leading up to M7. That's apparently based on a actual Japanese wrestling producer who kept pushing for flashier and flashier things with no regard for safety and actually got someone killed on camera. Like live camera. So like that's not shock value, that's just a nod to wrestling historia. Why is it not looping? Oh, it didn't register. To historical wrestling things. M8 exists. Oh, and the M8 plot beat, the most important one. Anyway, that's setting up for the next one. I was not expecting to have soft confirmation of ASEANs, assuming, you know, they haven't repurposed what that music means. Like, I genuinely thought I was shitposting. And, I might not have been. I'm horrified. But, one of the other plot beat besides that, that's also a reference to, like, suspected things that have happened with American wrestling producers. I don't know the details because, the person who was talking about it, for understandable reasons, did not go into detail. Because it probably would have bumped up against the server rules. But yeah, like, that's not shock value, that's based on actual, like, rumors and things that have happened in wrestling. Anyway, I really love that the raids are apparently being written by this, like, wrestling mega fan. Because it's just really good. It's really nice and I like it a lot. I am not personally a wrestling mega fan, I just appreciate it from a distance, and it's nice to see. I did learn from talking about stuff that Honeybee Lovely is actually apparently based on an actual Japanese wrestler. I cannot remember her name, and I can't use desktop Discord to check, so... Like, it is genuinely impressive how inaccessible the desktop Discord update was. I used that for like 10 minutes and I am down with a migraine for the next several hours. This is why I actually really hate most updates, because this happened at least 5 times now across multiple sites, where a site will make a change and it will absolutely lay me out for multiple hours while I try to adjust and find out that I physically cannot. I'm really tired of it. I really wish sites would just start offering like a bare bones. Either say like, you can use the old skin, but we aren't going to update it, which that's fine. I can still use the site. Or they offer like a really bare bones version that with color customization. Nobody does this though, because fuck you. Fuck accessibility. In case you're wondering, my bitching is about to end. But the update is also why I didn't come back to stream the raids. I was busy being horizontal and vomiting, and by the time it or not vomiting, but like dry heaving, and by the time I recovered it was like 2 AM, and I just wanted to be done. Okay. I will transition as soon as the loading screen comes up. I must have popped in like right in the middle of a transition because there's only 15 people waiting in line with me. On account of it's, you know, fucking what I am. Okay, there we go. You can get it. I almost wonder what my free company members were doing awake, but then I remembered that most of them are on the Pacific Coast, so it's not quite as late over there. Like 10-ish, which is a bit late, but perfectly reasonable for a bit of late night gaming on a weekday. Not doing that yet. I don't want to deal with the crowds or moving, so we're just going to hop right into roll. We're just gonna hop directly to Solution 9. Oh, there he is. I don't know if I ever checked to see if he was there or I just forgot. Oh, that's a cute name. Cherry Cordial is really cute. That's a cute twist on the food name thing. I like that a lot. Hey, Greenel. Every time I look at that icon, I am filled with an intense hunger. Like, most of them are just low-res enough that they don't trigger a primal desire to consume, but those tacos, man. It's my girl. I'm going to check. Okay, yeah, I did remember that, right? I had to bring up the chat log because my brain very helpfully decided to blank what I just read. Sorry about the yawning. Sun boy aloud. God. guess they don't have dialogue. Not you. I should. Why am I yawning now? I wasn't yawning, like, when I hit start stream. Very annoying.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul. We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis.
Oh, so that's hard confirmation that, yeah, that's original Spheen's body then. I kind of assumed, but I'm surprised that they just come out and say it.
Ishtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with a proxy as fast as I could.
Oh, so they do
We're now
remember that
waiting
Porxies
to
exist.
see if
Good.
the treatment was effective.
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect, I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
What? But how can that be possible? The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia? And who are you people? Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
So she's been stasis the entire time.
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down, that was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom, for 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
I'd wondered where they were going for this. But yeah, having a Sphene with absolutely zero recollection of the past 400 years is... I hope they don't go down the same road as... or like similar paths as a... name. Yotsuyu. Seeing Y'shtol's name on the screen was screwing with my recollection. I hope they're not going down similar paths as that, and that's more an exploration of what makes a person. That said, I am quite surprised that... because when we went into Living Memory initially, I'm pretty sure I assumed that the voice clip where it said, "We've preserved the Queen's static," that the static was covering up like soul or something, because that seemed an obvious leap. But finding out that was body is well, that's the thing. Hello, my son. Anyway, Toxic Heroes stay winning. This does confirm a suspicion I had that Sphene had becoming an endless done to her against her will. Grahid's here, that's definitely not a voiced cutscene.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisaie's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale. I know not how to repay them. Not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right? He's known those two for a long time. You can trust in his judgment.
I'm guessing from that response that that stays the same regardless
Besides,
then.
you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Getting Philip J. Fried into the future is pretty rough, yes?
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea! There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm. Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
I do
Thank
wonder
you,
what
Wuklamot.
I do wonder what the the other option leads to, but it's probably something similar. Okay, time for everyone to follow Grandpa Bunny for a tour of the city. Okay, yeah, those two probably aren't changing. Okay, this is just like a dorm. Wait, there are mystery liquids here. Oh, it's Fantasy Gatorade. Or like, Powerade. I do kind of want to taste... Or, actually, one of those look like it might be like coffee. So, it'd be a canned coffee deal. Anyway. It's not good for you, little guy. Please touch grass.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, that really suits you.
I'm glad to hear that.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other
Oh, this is her
Sphenes, and
dagger, isn't it?
we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone's naming their kid Sphene.
For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale. Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
Tragic that we're not getting a dagger moment. I do wonder what word was originally simulant. Because that is way too close to stimulant in English, and that's how I keep reading it. And that's probably how I'm going to type it if I ever write about this. Should I change him out of his wrestling outfit? Probably. Will I? No. No. I spent too much on hot pink dye for that. God, I love jogging so much. Oh, I totally missed that she was here. No! No! Free me! Oh, I do wonder what the dialogue is like if you haven't done that custom delivery line then. Okay, this is all just exactly what it is. They keep making parallels between Sphene and Moklamot, and I'm just like, thinking emoji. Oh, let me, okay, yeah. Sorry, this, headset has a mute button, and it is not a switch, it is just a button to touch. So I have, because the wire for the headphones is dying, because this is pushing like a decade, I think. I do sometimes press the mute button on accident. Very obnoxious. Get forcibly put into the blender, I guess. Okay, hopefully that worked. Yeah, this is feeling much more like they're hinting at the the commonalities between Wilkemont and Sphene are gonna become a major plot point. Where MSQ crosses over with normal raiders.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you though, Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part. Have you decided as well?
He's a sugar fiend. If he could subsist on, like, syrup, he would.
Ah, I understand completely. The allure of something sweet can often be too strong to resist.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people. But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all. The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Your Majesty, is that you?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are. How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Bye, not Queen Sphene.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here. Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
I mean, that's understandable. You've been ripped from any support structure you have. Even in cases of that happening and people's, are in the same time. Versus like waking up from a coma, which can create a similar dissonance. Like, it is extremely isolating. It's actually a known problem. I wonder if the story will acknowledge Arcadian. Not in like a detailed way, just in a, wow, you sure did this way. Keeps drink at the perfect temperature. If I want my beverage cold, I am the one who decides this. Me and my cat mouth decide this. gotta say that even though it can still take multiple clicks for sprint to go through, I do notice a really big difference now that sprint can be queued. Stock, please. Thank you. Part of me feeling like I should have swapped a Reaper for this just for the dash. Alright, I could have hit that. I keep forgetting that's there, because I went so long without it. Grumpy old man hours. I like Malachite. Ooh, baby man. Gulja having a time. And make a crack about Grandpa having a baby leash, but I'm pretty sure Sphina's supposed to be in her early 20s. She might be 19, like, with Clement. Sorry. They change their dialogue. Okay, now. I do wonder when they're gonna hit us with the beaver feral soul. Actually, no, their dialogue might have changed. We have any other? Yeah, there's no other places to yap. Hey, fun fact, do you know that the concept of a vending machine is actually extremely old? We have, vending machines from I believe it was the Romans. And they were fairly simple, but you put, and mostly used for non-food items because perishable reasons. But, yeah, vending machines as a concept, it's extremely old. It's kind of like how the concept of a drive-through is very old. Just not, or a drive-through for picking up food, I mean, to clarify, not a drive-through theater. Or drive-in theater. But it's one of those things where sometimes things are way older than you expect. Well, that answers that question. I'm glad this is a thing. Oh, I had forgotten his face entirely. Oh, hey, congrats on becoming a physical therapist. Ooh, piety. Should really sell the spell speed. Sorry about that. Why did I run this way? Could have just teleported for less time. The initial load takes a while, but once an area has loaded, it doesn't take very long.
Not here. Let's press on, if only a little further.
Huh? Hey, are you alright?
So he didn't die. Vexing, but expected.
That was about the strongest bolt we can produce within Everkeep. What now?
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action.
I know that voice.
So this is Ascian confirmation then.
You there! Yes, you! We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping, the key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
His actual answer would have a lot more swearing, but the second option is closest.
Now that you mention it, the other way around may have been more appropriate. If I had the key, I wouldn't need to be cruel and turn away so many people. Far more than 5,000 could become endless and know eternal happiness.
What? You mean to steal ether from other worlds again?
All is for the sake of his experiments.
Someone pointed this out with the trailer, but this is something they did with I can't remember if he was Solus at the time still, but he was... Wait a minute, I just realized that's the same exact, like, tonality as, the founding father was an Ascian. Anyway, the faux wings is something they've done in the past with Ascians, like using framing for faux wings.
"'Twas for that reason, you know, that the previous me created the Endless. I pity her. She was forced to attempt the impossible, to turn every soul who dies into an Endless, even though there's no end to them. Admittedly, that was part of the plan. Her desperation would drive her to claim the key and use it. And sure enough, she did just that. I know you had a soft spot for her, Lamachi. So for what it's worth, I'm truly sorry. Alas, we are naught more than pawns, pieces in his grand design.
Don't you dare make light of her love for her people. Don't you dare!
Strike me down if you wish. I shall be made anew. And I doubt many would look kindly upon the vow of resolve of Tuliolo if she attacked a neighboring queen, and not for the first time. Would you be willing to accept the repercussions?
Damn you!
You're speaking to me. Our goal is to usher in the next phase of mankind's evolution. Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession. This has been our survival strategy. Yet, this strategy has long since reached its practical limit. It is outdated. It relies on progeny, which gives rise to unchecked population growth.
Ah, so you're an
Resources become
eco-fascist.
scarce, invariably leading to conflict. All the while, death is ever present and robs our species of untold potential. Where man now stands in his evolution, bodies of flesh no longer make sense. What we must strive for next is carefully managed, eternal preservation.
I'm certain this music would tell me something if I was familiar with FF9.
Calyx! You're Calyx, aren't you?
You know him?
The young genius who had mastered electrope technology.
This is
He
hurting my eyes
founded
a
the
little bit.
scientific collective known as Preservation and devoted himself to developing a cure for the paralysis which plagued our people. Calyx! You always had your gaze set upon the future, and I know you do now. But I beg you, do not deceive the people of Alexandria. Do not manipulate them with this imitation forged from my memories. Well, how rude. Yet, whatever you may say, I'm the one whom the people regard as queen. You may have worn the crown for a few years, but now you are no one. Just a frail, fleshy version of me that could die at any moment. The kingdom has no use for such as you.
Our demand is simple. Surrender the key. Refusal will necessitate consequences.
I'm gonna need a moment when my eyes close after this. Between Solution 9 and the light show with Calyx, I'm getting a bit of eye strain. If I seem unusually stuck on the ASEAN thing, look, in my defense, maybe they shouldn't have used musical cues that have previously been exclusively used for ASEANs. ASEANs and former ASEANs in the case of, Gaia. I do think it is very relevant that... Yeah, let's get talking to you out of the way.
We've heard what happened. So, preservation has revealed itself at last.
And using the key, they mean to turn even more people into Endless.
it seems safe to assume that they too intend to steal ether from the other reflections. But unlike the previous Spheem, they have no intention of saving everyone. Calyx, of all people, would know precisely how much ether is required to sustain an Endless. Thus, he is able to set a realistic limit to their creation, without being swayed by emotion.
Carefully managed eternal preservation. Whether or not this can be considered an evolution, 'tis plain that
I mean,
man's
evolution
very
can be
existence
negative.
would be forever changed.
There's plenty of species that develop traits that were only good in a very specific niche and were extremely deleterious outside of it. And there's also the birds on the constantly reflooding island that keep redeveloping flightlessness and keep going extinct because the island is barely a sandbar and floods constantly. But birds keep landing on it and keep redeveloping flightlessness, and this has happened like at least 4 times, I think. Evolution is dumb as rocks. Because it's not thinking, it's just a process of can you make it to reproduction. It's why we have dominant genetic disorders that cause like very severe dementia, but because it happens in like your 30s and 40s, it gets passed on really easily if you don't realize that, oh, this is genetic.
Say, if this Calyx is as brilliant a scientist as everyone says, could he have been the one who erased everyone's memories of Endless Fiend's death?
That is a possibility, though I cannot speak to his motives.
Though Calyx has outright stated his ultimate goal, how his actions will further this agenda remains unclear. That said, we have seen how anxiety towards death continues to spread amongst Alexandrians. Perhaps the simulant stokes this fear to entice them to become endless.
Everyone is afraid of death. We try to put it out of our minds, and I do not blame the people for feeling as they do. Nonetheless, I wish to stop the simulant. I wish to do what I can for those who believe in their queen. Although I wear no crown, were I to forsake the people, then I would truly have no place here.
I don't know if this will help in that endeavor, but I've found something interesting. When I analyzed the sign that Calyx appeared on, I was able to determine the source of transmission. I traced it back to a terminal used only by preservation, located in the Foundation sector.
Foundation sector? That came up in my mother's records, didn't it? It's where the old castle was hidden.
Everkeep was built atop the castle of the former kingdom. Access to the immediate area, the Foundation sector, is highly restricted, with map data accordingly classified.
The old castle is inside this tower.
It's an ideal place for preservation to conceal the terminal, I must say. Having existed since the storm surge, they would be familiar with the castle's layout.
But I wonder, would someone so versed in electrope, such as Calyx, be so careless as to leave a trail?
Oh, I expect he intended for us to find the terminal.
It may be a trap, but it's our only lead. What do you think, my friend?
You removed the last 2 words from that sentence. Dark Knight coded.
That it is. While I'm glad you're safe, we cannot allow his offense to go unanswered.
If you're set on this course of action, I'll work on getting you access to the Foundation sector. Sit tight for now.
So many people bitching about Lum. See, when I've had to deal with Grahatia for 3 fucking expansions.
Please, let me come with you. I may not possess any special skills, but I know the castle better than any. So please.
All right. If that's what you want, then we go together. The rest of us will take point and secure the way, and we'll count on you to guide us in the castle.
Okay, no, that alright sure is just not in a text box. That's... And has shifted. Where the fuck are... There it is. make a crack about don't give Grandpa technology, but no, he would be fine with it. Time to see if this too. Oh wait, no, I just remembered. This has a very important bug I forgot about. Well, that answers the question I had. I'm still well above the average item level, so should be fine. The real problem would just be if we have another situation like the final boss of... I'm blanking on the name. The previous dungeon, where I wasn't able to move away fast enough to survive. If the invisible AoEs end up being a problem, I'm just gonna pause for the night.
There are beasts ahead of you. They must have gotten in and made themselves at home. Click that now. It's not gonna be up for the next pull, I don't think. Access hatch nearby that leads inside. Look for an opening.
just the beginning.
Detecting something big. You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
Something special for you.
Try this!
It's not that's there entirely.
Good work. Now, proceed to the access hatch and head inside.
Guess it's down here. Actually, looking at... I'm gonna wait until Reprisals up. Or, not Reprisal, Ramparts up. Just give myself that extra bit of breathing room for all the old stacks I took on the first boss, because I'm terminally unable to remember things, apparently. I think I'll come up by the time I hit the...
Now I'll show you!
I think I misjudged what the epicenter of that was.
Everkeep's construction was apparently a constant battle against the rising water level. Even during the war, the people labored to maintain the castle. It meant a lot to them. It's upsetting to think that Preservation's terminal is in this place.
Hold on. Someone's down communications. Stay alert.
Allow me.
There.
So, you have come. Let us measure your strength.
You can wait until I'm done getting stuff. Why is it that I can only ever get aiming when I need not aiming? Aiming and striking? What's this? Oh, I should get rid of that. Honestly, given everything, I should probably scarf one of these down. Oh, that, yeah. Oh, I need to... That's a cleave.
Try this!
Keep doing that.
Something special for you. Just the beginning.
That was hardly a challenge, I see. You will show me more. I bid you press on.
What did this look like? That good old clank. Not dyeable though. At least the steel color is workable. Hello. Stop running away from me, you assholes. an issue. Oh, I should not stand in the bad. I would say I swear I play better, but I've seen my own performance in Chaotic. Now granted, we're doing Chaotic in a CE pick, but I've seen my performance in Chaotic. Chaotic's interesting because I'm not really sure how to classify it. The actual mechanics are about extreme difficulty. But the, but the problem is that, at least with Cloud of Darkness, the actually executing it improper execution can result in killing like a lot of people, and some of the mechanics are pure body checks. At least what I've done so far. So it's one of those things that's Oh, that's the wrong way. This way. Oh, that's a rotor. Shit.
Now I'll show you.
You are untroubled thus far, but I have something that may test you yet. We still lack sufficient data. Very well. Let us see how you perform against this.
If I had a nickel for every time Warrior of Light has had to go up against a scientist who wanted data from them, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's really weird it's happened twice. An Imperial scientist, no less.
This machine has long guarded these crumbling halls. How will you handle this?
Oh, this is a circular. Oh god. Oh, I see how this works now. I do not like how this works.
Let us introduce more weaponry.
Okay, big level red. On that one side.
Let us see what this feels. Perhaps a new approach to assess your adaptability.
Here? No, that's...
Still alive. How unfortunate.
I don't have defenses up.
For you to die here, it would save me trouble later.
Fucker shapes. Jesus. I don't... What is front on this thing? Oh, I'm gonna kill someone.
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
Over here, over here. That wasn't... Constant struggle.
Allow me.
Please let me press the button. I don't have anything up. Bad.
That will do. We have enough to proceed with an analysis.
This one at least isn't as bad as Alexandria because it's more focused, but oh god, this last boss. I can feel the fog. That's not a good thing. that means my brain has been, like, severely cooked. Not the worst.
Calix was measuring our strength. Is that why he contrived to lead us here?
It looks like we've cleared away the machines and beasts. But who knows what else he might have in store. From here on out, Sveen and Shale will move with us. Let's find that terminal, but stay alert for more threats.
Before my illness left me bedridden, I used to walk through here on my way to watch Otis and Zelenia train. You knew Otis, if I'm not mistaken. Zelenia was his second in command in the Royal Knights of Alexandria. Oh, how I loved to see the two of them spar. I once dreamed of fighting by their side, so I studied the magical arts under my tutor. But when I was 15, the storm surge broke out, and both my father and mother passed away. As the new queen, I was forbidden from taking to the battlefield, for our nation would fracture had I died without a successor. Though, in the end, I could barely move. I regret that I didn't go out there and fight. At least while I still could. My endless self lamented not being able to protect the realm with benevolence. 'Tis a feeling to which I can relate.
Sveen.
Ah, forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to darken the mood. Come, let us press on.
This is one big castle, though. How far does this hallway go? Do you know, Sveen? What?
What? What happened? It seems our guest brought company. So this was your doing? It was. We installed a teleporter that is triggered by the presence of the key, you see? Ah, I'm afraid etheric transmissions cannot penetrate the walls of the throne room. It will take your friends a good while to find you.
I confess the Valia Pira did not suffice to assess your capabilities. So I shall try something else. You are free to use anything at your disposal. The better you fight, the more accurate my data. Attaining a precise measure of your strength, that is the most expeditious way to reclaim the key to which you so stubbornly cling.
Ah, noble Zilenia, dashing as ever. These villains mean to do us harm. Strike them down, I bid you. What? This machine is Zilenia! Indeed it is. We couldn't preserve her memories while she lived, so she has been reconstructed from our recollections of her. The endless me being created in answer to the earnest desires of Alexandrians. That I can accept.
Because it's happening to you and not someone else.
The memories of those I held dear and treat them as playthings. This disgrace I cannot abide! Loath though I am to comply with their demands, this monstrosity must be destroyed. Not least of all for Zilenia's honor. If she was indeed created from my memories, even if I cannot fight, I may be able to offer you counsel. So please, lend me your strength and end this farce.
He recognized the crystal.
Ah, there it is.
That does lead me to believe that if he's not Ascian, he's working with one. It's 3:30. Anyway, ma'am. Ma'am. Hello? Ma'am. Ma'am. I am not immune to hot robot lady. She is though. I wonder if that's also from the coils set. Okay, this is much closer to the eye level I have. She probably has hands. Wait, seriously? Is it seriously still less than 5 minutes for a tank? Are you sure? She's all the way back there. If this goes longer than the timer, I'm just going to stop the stream because it is 3:30 a.m. Oh no, we're gonna have people. We're just missing a healer, which might be an issue, and a DPS, which is, yeah. DPS is never an issue, outside of like alliance raids. Oh, I just realized they used the curl of Beatrix's hair as her eye. That's very clever. Looks like it's Dark Knight animation, so she's probably using normal humanoid reading under that. Or it's based on normal humanoid reading. She probably has like special stuff based on, you know, floaty thing on her head. But those are Dark Knight animations, so it's... Am I seriously in a party with Catboy Rice? That's funny as hell.
I am Zelenia Triantaphili, Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen.
Someone in the chat just said time to get one shot by Beatrix. Oh no, it might be... You don't want me as main tank, but okay, I've been assigned main tank.
Upon my blade, I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
I should get out of that. Oh, I see how this works now. Get in, get in, get in.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
Oh.
How about you?
That was it. Yeah. Okay, she's gonna start in and then go out. Or, no, other way around. I can words.
Oh!
Is to say, okay, it's... Okay, starting here.
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
Hey, that's a cleave. Good to know.
I will suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens
Wait, no.
roar!
Yeah, I did that real bad.
Fall!
Have care! Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
Whew.
For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike!
Yeah, that's...
No more games!
Oh, she has...
Quickly! Away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic! Be on your guard!
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you!
Okay, so... when it's on the... Oh god, oh god.
Taste my steel!
Oh, we are so dead. I just realized we have no healers.
There
Goodbye.
is no escape!
You can't kill me, I quit.
Upon my blade, I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
Okay, maximum melee range is safe.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
It's so hard to look at.
Fall!
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
I wonder how many people are learning the hard way to stay away from the tanks this...
I will
Ouch.
suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens roar! Fall!
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
close my eyes for this, just give them a break. This fight is very dangerous to me.
No more games!
Quickly! Away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic! Be on your guard!
Find out.
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both!
How about you? Taste my steel!
Shit. Oh.
There is no escape! Surge!
What's that do? What scary shit are you doing on this side? Oh no, not orbs. Not orbs.
How about you?
Oh, that's mean. I love it, but it's really mean. Just about halfway. It's pretty good.
Fall!
I can see why they declared this to be, like, really mean. Oh no, I need to go. Oh, this is so mean.
I know this is merely a reconstruction, and yet...
I have pledged my life to the kingdom.
Shit. Oh, wait.
How about you?
But
My resolve shall never waver.
the healers are very quick learners. They only
I am
had one
sworn
repeat.
to protect my queen! I will die before I yield!
Oh. Oh, this is very mean. Where is this? Shit.
How about you?
Okay, yeah, I wasn't there. Oh yeah, we need healers.
That's
Bless you,
right.
Catboy Rights.
Zelenia was always there to protect me.
Thank God, healer LB. Where's that terrible orb going?
Oh! Taste my steel!
Oh, it just, You seriously have an elegant melon in the party?
Rage and royal!
Oh, shock. This is gonna be mean when I don't have... Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh.
Have at you!
Oh, I'm doing that right now. This... Where's the orb going? Out of the chapter.
Have at you!
Oh, wrong side. Oh, that's out. Orb going this way. Orb going this way. Stay away from orb. Jesus Christ,
Taste my steel! Rage and royal!
Shotgun. I think.
Have at you!
Shit, there she is. Hope one of the DPS thinks to LB, but they're probably a bit distracted surviving. I'm definitely going to give the comm to one of the healers if they're still around.
Graceful display. Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
I'm glad this is the last fight though, because that has made me need to lie down. Wait. Two commendations, which is not bad. The healers did a lot of work there. A lot of really good work, so if they got most of them, that's good.
Did you get what you needed?
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission.
Hold it!
If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zelenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye. You are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort.
One thing that I hadn't really processed before now. Physical Speen uses her lower registers much more often. Endless Fiend and the Foe's Fiend. They both use almost exclusively their upper registers, even when yelling. I don't know if that means anything because I'm recovering from having my brain fried by electrical, words. By electrical, special effects, or visual effects. But, I did, like, it is notable, and it's also so consistent that it has to be a deliberate thing by the, director.
But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key.
It's mine. Fuck you. It has my sigil on it.
Why do you so oppose our objective? With the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless. We could give this chance to evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well. I see no reason why you should reject such a boon.
What is the Ninth? Anyway, no, fuck off. The reflections are worlds too.
How miserly you are. But unless you're willing to compromise, you won't be able to save anyone or anything. Well, I'd say our conversation has run its course. Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift. Be sure to take it with you.
I will need to watch this cutscene on a much smaller screen. just gonna put my grubby hands on everything. Touching, 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 touching.
Selenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
Then preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed. But for them to know about the source and the shards, and to refer to theirs as the ninth, that raises some questions.
Don't mind me just howling over by my, you know, yarn and pushpins board. I do think it's funny that people were fan referring to it as the ninth because of what it's a big reference to. And then they just come out and say, yeah, it's the ninth.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe. Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain. Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
If any are still, like, touchable. 400 years is a really long time for a book.
Could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
Oh, did I lose a chance to sit on this?
This tiara. It was hers. The Endless Fiends. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe. It contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant. Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants. Strange that he would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Or Calyx made a copy of the memories. In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
This contains the memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
It would be for the best, I think. Does that work for you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library, and then back outside.
Ah, yeah, I missed a chance to cheap pose in the chair. Ah, well.
Farewell, Selenia.
You want to say that again, bud? Doing aeronautical things. Don't use it to fling yourself into the ethereal sea again. lad. I agree with her anger. I want to see green-red mage again. Muted now. But getting exposed to triggers like that, like photosensitivity triggers like that, always takes a lot out of me. Even when it doesn't lead to a full seizure, as far as I can tell anyway. Seizures are typically absence ones, so it's very difficult to say. Yeah, that's correct building. I say that and then immediately start getting physical symptoms.
once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
You feel different now?
Thanks to Alizé, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him, every step of the way. To grow old with him, as his mother, and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alizé.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time.
Given how long he's been bedridden, I'm
That
sitting
said,
up is
we
impressive.
can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you.
No. For Milos's sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihyolal.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy. That I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen's Fiend always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real, and it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
Surprised that chain was as fast as it was. Here's the final one for this patch.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
What is this?
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Don't look at me like that. Queen's Fiend said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
That was like 2 seconds ago. That was not necessary.
The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands! A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview. Wayakoi is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
That doesn't make sense.
only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system.
Calyx has
Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts. A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident, for no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine, so everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait, is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
Ill tidings, I take it.
Don't just stand there.
In the outskirts too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier. Yet, when I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
I know exactly what happened is that they drained it of ether and left it like to burn.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Please let me answer, please let me answer, please let me answer, please let me answer.
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right? I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
I just received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall remain here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
separate me from the wheel. I'm on my last legs.
Sven's gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
Bloody things have gone mad.
Why is this happening?
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution.
This is just like before, when Zeralja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Are you all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this! If we had been endless, then you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
Are you all right?
Accidentally clicked out a window.
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Let's get the singer done.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer.
I'm trying to place...
The time is come to pose a new question.
Trying to put my finger on where I've seen that face model before. You are like 10, stop this. Stick to those two and then I'm gonna log out. So far, this hasn't given me anything new to chew on. Well, it gave me the identity of Calyx, but he's still very much a mystery. And I still don't know if they're just using the Ascian theme as a generic villain theme now. Anyway. Going to go lie down now so I can recover from having a metaphorical hammer taken to my skull. Thank you for watching. To reduce my photosensitivity, I do need medicine for that, and donating to my Patreon or Coffee would help me eventually reach the point where I can afford that again. If you don't have money, supporting me by following on Twitch or subbing on YouTube would be very nice. I don't have monetization on those platforms yet because for some odd reason, I don't have the physical ability to stream enough for that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.